welcome to the live chat, guys. Welcome to Quick Chats with Jazzy. This is my bad. I forgot I had a mic. But welcome to Quick Chats with Jazzy. This is my first time going live on YouTube and making a podcast video live. I just wanted to try something new actually, and really to save my time from editing the video. Cause lately I've been being very lazy, not in the mood to actually edit anything or do anything. But I still would like to put out a video because I enjoy making videos and I haven't put out content in a while and I need to start getting on my stuff. Like I need to start, you know, recording videos and uploading them. So hopefully this could be like something I do when I don't feel like actually editing a video. So as you can see by the title of today's live, it says lack of communication amongst the black community. And I just feel like black people literally lack communication skills. I don't know what it is, but we lack so much communication skills and it's irritating how black people don't know how to talk to each other. Like they literally think that, yelling is the way and fighting is the way of getting of being heard. Like just because you yelling and shouting and stuff don't mean you gonna be heard. Like nobody's not gonna understand by you just yelling. They're not gonna get it. They're not gonna understand how you feel by yelling and shouting. That's just not how it's gonna work. But black people naturally have they talk aggressive. We naturally talk aggressive sometimes, like, but it's a difference between being aggressive and just, saying it like but a tone and actually just, speaking. Because some people could just be, that's how they speak. But some people literally talk like aggressive and being rude. Like you can tell the difference between somebody being rude and somebody just, um, and somebody actually just like, talking. Also, can you hear me? I didn't even ask that question. Let me figure out if y'all can hear me because I don't know. This is my first time. Let me let my sister know that I'm live. And can you hear me? Um, because right now I see no views. I don't see nobody watching this, which is okay because it's still gonna possibly be uploaded. Oh, okay, good. As you can hear me, okay. So say something, comment, say something, like say hello, because you can hear me. So say hello. Okay, good, 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 good. Thank you. Okay, so since you comment said you here, how do you feel about the lack of communication amongst the black community? Wait. Um, yeah, but yeah, so the lack of communication amongst black community. So we're just gonna keep talking until she start commenting, like how she feel about the lack of communication amongst our black community. Like I think it starts off with like black people learning how to like suppressing our feelings and stuff, like our emotions, and it all connects with like learning how to just not open up to people far as like when we're younger. So growing up in a black household, you can't have no opinions. Like I feel like you cannot have any say so on certain things because if you give your opinion or you talk back to your parents, then they gonna see it as okay, you being disrespectful. But being coming from probably like from a white background, we see, from a white household, we see that they allow their kids to have a lot of opinions on things. They they their kids be talking back to they parents and stuff like that. But when we black, we can speak up for ourselves. Like it's literally because I'm the adult, I'm right. That's how it is. Like, okay, because I'm the parent and you got to do what I say, and what I say is right. And sometimes I think they be knowing, sometimes they be wrong, but they going to keep making it seem like they right because they don't want to feel like they're wrong to a child. Like it's the age thing. Like, okay, I'm not going to make it seem like I'm wrong to my child. So I'm going to keep playing it off like I'm right and I may actually be wrong. Like, but like we need to really like normalize kids sometimes being able to have a voice. Like, cause right now you telling your kids not to have a voice, not to communicate and stuff like that, and they're gonna keep using that excuse when they get older to like not being able to communicate with people because it was told to not say anything, to be quiet, and do what the adult says. Like, and also it comes with like people, the lack of communication could come from like being afraid of being afraid of somebody's response, somebody's reaction or something, and judgment from like family, from outsiders. So I think the lack of communication within the black community is like it really comes down to just judgment. We really judge a lot of people, especially parents. Parents judge children. They may not actually say that they're judging them, but you could feel somebody judging you by their tone, by the way they look at you. Like you could just tell, like you try to talk to somebody and you're not getting that same what is that? Same energy you want. Like you just tell that they're judging you. Like everything is a judgment. And all this connects with like communication, lack of communication. Like you're not able to talk up and speak up, then it's gonna cause you to have communication skills. Like, and also I think like we tend to they have no respect. Who have no respect? Anyways, I also think that um when there's a lack of communication, there's always people like making assumptions. Like you're gonna start assuming stuff because how am I supposed to know what you're talking about or how I'm supposed to understand how you feel or anything if you don't express it, if you don't say anything to me? Then I'm gonna start assuming and then what? Then I'm gonna be wrong for assuming something because you were not open of just you're not open to just say, okay, this is the issue, this is what's happening, like fill me in on what's going on. Because if I don't know, then I'm be lost. Then we all gonna be lost. Like I feel like black people really needs to learn how to communicate with each other without shouting. Like that's really the main issue and without being too aggressive. Like we always have attitudes. I don't know why black people always have attitudes with each other for just no reason. Like I understand some people have bad days, but they literally just be having an attitude. Like you could be going to a shopping store and you ask the black person a question and they may just have like a nasty attitude. Like, dang, like why you just couldn't say it nicely? Like why you have to be so rude about it? You could say it nicely. Like you don't have to be so rude. Like that's also an issue. Black people sometimes just rude. Just rude. Why? Why we gotta be so rude? Like, no. Communication. Learn how to communicate without being rude and nasty all the time. Like, just talk regular. Try to talk without all the aggression and stuff like that. Like, I know it could be hard because black people are not really as sensitive, so we know how to talk to each other like that. But like, no, that's sometimes it's uncalled for talking like that. It's uncalled for. I don't think we should have to be so aggressive talking. I don't think that we have to shout in order to get our point across because there's no need. And parents, please allow your kids to be able to have an opinion. Don't just think because they're a child that they don't have no opinion, they don't have no say so. Like back then, I think y'all was taught that, and now this is different. We're not back in the days anymore. This is new. Like now everybody have a voice. Everybody should be able to have a voice. Like sometimes that could be a bad thing having too much of a voice, but that you should be able to have a voice. Like the child should be able to let you know, like, okay, Ma, I don't think that was right. Now, without you trying to attack them or without them being on punishment because they spoke up or whatever. Like nowadays it's different. We're not back in the day where you can't speak up. We got freedom of speech. We should be allowed to talk and defend ourselves, and we should be able to have a conversation without it being into a argument or being okay, you're being disrespectful. We should just be able to talk at this point. Nothing. Like I think black people need to get better at communicating. Like, and then that also plays into like lack of professionalism that we have as a black community. Like if we don't know how to communicate, how are we gonna be in a professional setting if we don't even know how to communicate with each other? Like if you learn how to communicate, then you can know how to be professional. Like try that's the advice. Mm, we say for, but anyways, try. You don't agree with what I'm saying? That's what you said for. You gotta be responding fast enough. But anyways, try to yeah, that's the advice of today. So basically, try not to be so rude when you responding to people. Like say it in a more like nicer tone, even though like black people naturally have, you know, little aggressive like they talk aggressive a little bit, but try to say it as nice as you can without the attitudes and extraness that we be doing because a lot of times it is uncalled for, especially if um yeah, it's uncalled for. Like I know sometimes I my communication skills is not all the way there, but it is better than a lot of people that I've seen. Like people are terrible at communicating. Like, but I don't just be rude to anybody just to be rude. Like just not a rude person. You know, just be rude to people just because we want to be rude or we feel like we because we feel like we have a power like to do that. Like no, don't just be rude. Talk to people like they're equal, like you're their one. Like, because we're all humans. We all are one. We all on the same level here. We're all humans. So you talk to me with respect, and I'll talk to you with some respect. Stop saying because I don't know what means. People are just crazy, but that's the point of the video. Like people need to learn how to communicate with each other without shouting, without making assumptions, and without being rude. You treat everybody with respect. We need to learn how to talk to each other as a community. We don't know how to talk to each other. You don't know how to communicate with each other properly without, shouting and fighting and stuff like that. We don't know how to do that. I don't know why, but we just don't. I think it's because we talk so aggressive. So every time someone talk aggressive, we take it as okay, they may be coming off a little rude or nasty and stuff like that. So we take offense to that. But sometimes a person could be being rude. Sometimes it's just their voice, it's their tone. Like you don't always need to have a reaction to everything either, too. But to avoid all of that, we need to learn how to talk to each other properly without the disrespect. That's the problem. So that's the end of the podcast. Really, I just want to get that out there. Hope it wasn't all over the place. I hope it was, I hope the conversation was pretty much all together. I hope y'all was able to follow what I was saying and understand the point. And yeah, so like, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next podcast video. Bye. I don't know how to end this live. Let me see how you end it. How do you end this live?